So apparently this bald dude is like some big deal in the marketing industry, and he had some wild stuff to say about AI in terms of content writing and why you shouldn't be using it. Let's take a listen to what he said.
If you want to rank for any term that's competitive, let's say auto insurance, there's already 1 billion results in the United States. Only a few 100,000 people are clicking. They're clicking on page 1. That means out of 1 billion plus articles or web pages, 10 are getting majority of the traffic.
That's impossible.
You really need to do something that stands out to do well in SEO. And I don't see ChatGPT doing that. And if it can do it soon, that means everyone's using it. So how do you stand out when everyone's doing the same thing? You still got to go above and beyond.
Wrong. But in all seriousness, I actually kind of felt the same way when all of this AI stuff was starting to come out a few months back. I was freaking the fuck out. I was freaking out, but I got wiser. I aged by a few months and gained some wisdom and perspective on the situation. Because what is he saying? He's saying that if everyone is using, let's say ChatGPT for an example, if everyone is now using ChatGPT and they are putting in the same prompts and the same input, they're essentially going to get the same output. What they're saying is that ChatGPT isn't smart enough yet, which may be true, but there are ways to get around that. So if everyone is writing on the topic of summer shoes and you are writing a blog about summer shoes, you're essentially, everyone's going to get the same thing. Ideally, that's not really the case. So on some level, it's true, because how ChatGPT works, when you are creating an article, an SEO optimized blog, it is internally creating an outline, unless you explicitly ask for the outline first. So then what happens? If you ask for an outline on a particular subject, or you have found a keyword, then most of the time it's actually going to give you the same outline. So that part is true. So if everyone is writing on summer shoes, it's going to give you introduction, best summer shoes, and whatever that outline is, it's going to be very similar for everyone else. So that part is kind of true. But if you are good with your ChatGPT prompts, there is a way that you can get around this to actually create unique content. Because if you're not going to be using AI and someone out there is going to be using it properly, you're going to lag behind a lot, because you cannot compete with technology if you are able to get the technology to work for you. And how you do that with ChatGPT is create custom outlines. So if you create outlines and you feed it into your prompt, like I have done in my previous videos, you can see those. I run through a prompt that's 2,000 words. One of the most important pieces is creating that outline. So you manually have to set your topics and your subsections. And essentially what you would do with each subsection is indicate whether that subsection is an H2, an H3, an H4, and so on. So when you're doing that, you're actually going around this monotony that is ChatGPT and their outputs. So if you're setting a custom outline using the H2s and H3s, you can not only label the headings a certain way, you can guide it to write what you specifically want about that. So if your heading is a particular keyword, like best summer shoes that are breathable in our previous example, you can add underneath what exactly about that you want this paragraph to be. Now, you are doing a lot of writing in terms of creating the prompt and customizing it to your needs, to your company needs. If you have several clients, what I do, I have prompts for each individual client that sets out, the goal of the blog and company information and how, the writing style and the tone and the brand image. So when you have all of that set, and the more that you have in your prompt, the more unique your content can be. So at the end of the day, I do not agree with this bald man, although he seems like he is an expert in many other things. But if you really want to perfect your AI game in terms of content and get ahead of the game, check out my past videos where I go over my $1 million prompt. Okay, this is my baby. I've created it and I'm sharing with you. So go check it out. It's a 2,000 word prompt. It has like 10 parts in it. And it shows you everything that you need to do to create 100% unique content that's going to be competitive and that's going to rank. Stop. Don't go. Please subscribe, like the video, leave comments. If you want to hate, do it right here.